Hey guys, it's Mudiwa. Welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be kind of different, and I would like to call this a part one of this whole series spiel conversation. I don't know. Well, we're going to figure it out as we go. Just a quick disclaimer. I'm not saying that I know everything. At the end of the day, I am literally 23 years old. I have a whole life to live, and I'm pretty sure my life lessons and everything that I learned along the way is going to factor into my opinions on love. But what I will say, there are certain points or views that I have that have been kind of uniform throughout my existence. And a quick background is I have always been someone who's believed in love. I've always believed in love. I genuinely believe that love is the most powerful force in this universe. And especially in the last 3 months during my ascension process, what I've realized is at the end of the day, unconditional love or love is what everyone should be striving for. And that is the center point of what I believe in and my spirituality and basically my religious beliefs, you could say. So, should we get into this video? Okay, so the first point in this conversation is the saying that love doesn't end, and if it ends, it wasn't true love. My take on this is that this point is very true because love genuinely does not end. It is energy. It continues on forever. But what you also need to understand is that just because you don't yield at someone's beck and call or you don't treat them the same, it doesn't mean that you don't love them. The love within yourself must stand truer than anything else, because if you let someone take advantage of you or use you or abuse you, the love for yourself is decreased, and that's what should stand the truest. So emancipating yourself from a toxic situation is not saying that you don't love this person. Let's just put that out there. And another thing I can say is that we need to stop confusing infatuation with love, because it's not. Infatuation is a heightened emotion based on attraction and an idea of what someone and something really is, whereas love is encompassing everything that someone is, their essence and your essence, and it combines. I don't know if that makes sense. So learn to distinguish between love and infatuation, and don't beat yourself up about getting stuck into situations that you shouldn't have, because it happens. It's life. You know what I mean? Another unpopular opinion that I have is that a faithful relationship can exist. When they say love is patient, love is kind, well, that is the definition of love. But what you need to understand, the good comes with the bad, and it's the person who you're willing to go through that for. I could not hurt the person that I love because I love them. I don't know if that makes sense. People who say that a relationship can't happen without cheating is you making excuses for your own selfishness and your own ego. Nothing worth having comes easy. People want it to be a walk in the park and like walking on sunshine the whole time. That does not happen. In your own life, in your own relationship with yourself, is it smooth sailings every day? No, it's not. Some days you wake up sad, some days you wake up depressed, some days you wake up angry, some days you wake up irritated, sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're elated with your own self. Now you want to be in a relationship with another person and you expect there to be sunshine and rainbows the whole time. Does that make sense to you? Like, the same people who say that a faithful relationship can't exist literally have like the most committed relationship with their boys. You know what I mean? I'll never, I don't know, they'll never share their secrets. They'll literally never cheat on their boys with someone else. But you can do it to a woman. Why? Because you want to give into your own weakness and your own temptations and make excuses for yourself and your ego. That's just what it is. You're making excuses for yourself and your ego, and you don't want to work on what is a faithful relationship. Why? Because everyone's doing it. Everyone's cheating. So relationships can't exist without cheating. No, fam. Like, they can. you're just being selfish and you're making excuses for your own ego. Okay? That's just what it is. If that's the type of situation that you have where you're with lots of other people, make that clear to the person you're with, because you can't say you love them if you're being very deceitful. Because you're lying to yourself, you're lying to them, and you're lying to the situation. That's what I have to say about that. This is number 3. Don't chase perfection, because it doesn't exist. A perfect situation, a perfect person, it doesn't exist. What you should be looking for is someone who is perfect within their imperfections. Why? Because their imperfections are things that you can handle. You're perfectly balanced and you see beauty within their imperfections. What Mudiwa said is, everyone's going to hurt you. Right? You just need to find the people worth going through the pain for. That's the truth. Everyone's going to hurt you. And the thing is, you see that with your family, for example. You see that with your friends, for example. And the thing is, the people who stand the test of time are the people who are worth going through those struggles with. If someone can dump you after a blowout, right? Even in a friendship, it means they weren't there for the long run. No relationship is going to be perfect. You're going to have fights, you're going to have rifts, you're going to have drifts. And it's going to be a bumpy road, but they're the people worth going through that for. Why? Because you know they won't stop trying for you. It's not about being perfect all the time. It's about the person who won't stop trying. So don't chase perfection, because it doesn't exist. The perfect looking person doesn't exist. There's always going to be someone more attractive. Always. It's just what's beautiful on the inside to you. The 4th point, I'm gonna just talk about it like just a point in itself, because it's kind of like an idea. Well, not an idea, but just what I've learned is that a stable union will only exist when both people are in union with themselves or consciously pursuing union within themselves. So what you need to understand is, someone isn't gonna appear out of the blue and save you. You know what I mean? You have to save yourself. It's a you thing, because at the end of the day, every single person on this planet is going to let you down. Why? Because they're human beings, and as much as we are our souls and our spirits and our higher selves, which is what you see when you have faith in someone and you believe in someone, which is why a lot of women stay with someone for a long time, is because they see that person's higher self. They see their 5D version. And don't mistake your 5D masculine for who he is, or the 3D, because sometimes they don't translate. And when you're in union with yourself and you love yourself, you know how to love yourself so much that when someone isn't doing it correctly, not even correctly, but if someone isn't matching your own vibration, you have to emancipate yourself from that person. Don't look for someone to save you. Learn to save yourself, because at the end of the day, the most important relationship that you will have in this lifetime is the relationship that you have with you. Because once you have a relationship with you and you work on bettering you and you work on loving you more, every single other relationship in your life will get better, because A, you understand yourself more, B, you know how to handle yourself more, and C, you know what you need around you, and when it's toxic, you can pick it up like this. You know what I mean? Putting your foot down and laying your boundaries doesn't mean you're giving up on someone. No. You have to just give your partner space to grow. Let them grow and meet you on your vibrational level. And the thing is, with or without you, you could stand by them and help them through this process in life. But sometimes they have to do it by themselves. You just have to use your discernment. And the thing is, it's inside you. You'll know. You'll know what you have to do. It's just that don't grasp, because there's nothing more attractive than a divine feminine who's standing in her power. And if you don't stand in your power, you'll never gain your power, and you'll never have what you want, because you can't even stand up for what you want. Why should you compromise what you deserve, what you feel like you need, what feeds your soul? Why should you put that aside just to feed someone else's ego base, just so they can be comfortable in what they're doing? If For example, if someone is with someone else and like they're doing things that you don't agree with, put down your boundaries. If that person really does love you and they want to be with you and your life paths are linked like that, they will raise their vibration and meet you where you are. Sometimes, like, whether it's the man or the woman, you need space to grow, because being in a relationship, sometimes you can become codependent. When you become codependent, you slowly start losing your power. You have to learn to love yourself and stand in your power first. And the piece de resistance. I'm going to read this because I wrote a literal paragraph on this topic point. The only two people who know the dynamics in your relationship are the two of you. Don't let people make your decisions for you. Use your intuition and learn the difference between your intuition and your fear of loss. If you can't tell the difference, take time to yourself, by yourself, and meditate. And if you're still too scared to do this, or if you think that will end your relationship, that tells you everything you need to know about that dynamic. Okay, so a lot of the time we reach roadblocks or speed humps, or things happen within a relationship. And one of the biggest problems that I've noticed with myself or with the people that I care about, or in life in general, when I look back at it, is that we go and ask people for their advice. What I've realized is every single time I've taken someone else's advice when it didn't feel right with me, it blew up in my face. Okay, I had to start my camera again because it cut off. So the only two people who know what's going on in your relationship, guys, is you. You're the one who's been dating this person. You know the ups and downs. You know the things that they haven't told anyone else. They know the things that you haven't told anyone else. You know the feelings that you had, and you know the authenticity. Is it you too scared to see what was yours with someone else, or is it you knowing that this person is worth fighting for? Like, honestly, trust your intuition. And when you don't know what to do, and if you don't know if it's the fear of loss, just meditate. Like, take time to yourself. If being around this person clouds your decision, take time, like take a break. Like, if a situation happened, for example, you find out someone has been with someone else, or they did this, or like they did something messed up, like, and you're confused, you should be able to tell your partner, yo, I need a few days, or I need a week. Like, I just need time to process. And if you're too scared to ask them, well, not even ask them, tell them that you want to take a few days off, or like a week off to like meditate. If you're too scared to do that because you're scared you're going to lose them, or you know that they're not going to wait around for you for that long, it tells you everything that you need to know about that situation. Let it go. You should be in a place with whoever you're with where they should respect you enough to understand your decision, to take time to yourself, to figure things out, because at the end of the day, your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health is way more important than trying to maintain someone else's. If I'm not being better, if I'm not becoming a better person, if I'm not enhancing as a human being, if everything is going the opposite direction, there's something very wrong with this union and this connection. And sometimes we can stop and like we can work it out together and figure out what's wrong, and maybe we're both being toxic and we have to pull ourselves out of the space. But if it just continues on and no one wants to communicate, then it's not worth it, fam. But yeah, this video has gone on for so long. I actually don't even know if this content is good. Fingers crossed. But like, yeah, that's part 1 of my unpopular opinions on love, guys. I hope you like this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to. And just know, love is the most powerful force in this world, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You deserve all the love that you want, and you deserve the type of love that you need. It is late, I am tired, I need to sleep. Not sleep, but edit, and I'll catch you on the next one.